The Civil War ended in 1865, but inside those stone walls it never really stopped. Today, in my series of work, we're going to visit the Nashville Penitentiary that's closed in 1992 and really wasn't open until 1889, but that's a result of the precursor prison in Nashville that was the Civil War prison.
The Tennessee State Penitentiary can be seen for miles around, and this the view one gets approaching from the interstate just off I-40 on US 155. It has not been kept up, and a lot of it is falling down. Tennessee State Penitentiary operated here from 1896 to 1992. Nicknamed the Castle, the fortress-like complex was designed by Samuel Patton, was closed due to overcrowding and poor conditions. The prisoners never left from chains to contracts. After the Civil War, slavery was declared over. But inside Tennessee's prison walls, a darker truth lived on. This is the story of how punishment became profit, and how a new prison rose on the backs of men still shackled in spirit. The Tennessee State Penitentiary can be seen for miles around, and this the view one gets approaching from the interstate just off I-40 on US 155. It has not been kept up, and a lot of it is falling down. When the cannons of the Civil War fell silent, freedom echoed across the South, but only for some. In Tennessee, the end of slavery gave birth to something just as cruel: convict leasing. A man once enslaved could now be arrested for loitering, fined for speaking out, jailed for nothing more than standing on the wrong street corner. And when he couldn't pay the fine, the state leased him out for profit. Railroads, mines, factories, fields. Thousands of black men were leased to private businesses, forced into labor under conditions worse than slavery. No food, no shelter, no chance to escape. And where were they kept when not in the field? Inside the old Tennessee State Prison, a crumbling relic from 1831. The cells overflowed. Disease ran rampant. Death came easier than justice. By the 1890s, the public began to take notice. The state needed a solution, not for the prisoners, but for the scandal. So they decided to build something new, stronger, bigger, a fortress of punishment. In 1898, the Tennessee State Penitentiary was born. And who built it? The very prisoners the system profited from. Brick by brick, stone by stone, convict laborers, many of them black men arrested under post-war black codes, built the walls that would later hold them captive. No contractors, no wages, just a new face on an old system. When the iron gates finally opened, the prison looked modern. But inside, the same old ghost. Men still worked for nothing, still labored under lash, still lived and died inside a system that replaced plantations with prison yards. They called it justice, but history knows it by another name, slavery by another name. The Civil War ended in 1865, but inside those stone walls it never really stopped.